everyone. Welcome back to English 2, Unit 15, Van Gogh Museum. I'm Sophie Lee. I'm very glad that Teacher Fred is with us today. Teacher Fred, please say hello to the audience.
Hello, everyone.
这一课的单元目标是介绍梵谷博物馆，我们会学到相关的词汇，包括 Impressionist、Contemporary、Immersive、Delusion、Legacy 等等。那这一课的文法呢，介绍最高级 Superlative 的用法。我们来先想想看几个问题。How often do you visit an art gallery? Do you know any Impressionism paintings? Do you think actually art affects your life? 现代人的生活很忙碌，看画展啦、听音乐啊，会变得很奢侈。然而呢，你想一想，有时候静下心来啦，放慢脚步，或许我们得到的工作灵感会更多，跟人相处会更愉快。有几次呢，老师走在路上的时候呢，刻意的放慢脚步，放松脸上的表情。那迎面而来的人们呢，似乎好像对着我微笑，感觉到这社会也更美好了。所以有空的时候呢，要记得放慢脚步，看看艺术作品，听听音乐。Teacher Fred will read the list of words and the example sentences, please.
Okay. Impressionist. Impressionist.
名词，印象派画家，和印象派有关的。
Monet is one of the great Impressionists. His work are well known among Impressionist paintings.
莫内呢是伟大的印象派画家之一，他的作品呢在印象派绘画里面广为人知。
Contemporary. Contemporary.
形容词，存在于现在的、当代的或是现代的。
Berkeley is a contemporary music and performing art school.
Berkeley 呢是一所当代音乐和表演艺术的学校。Contemporary 就是当代的。
Boast. Boast.
动词是夸口、夸耀、拥有的意思。
The Van Gogh Museum boasts its largest collection of Van Gogh's paintings and drawings in the world.
梵谷博物馆以拥有世界上最大的梵谷作品收集为豪。
Sought after. Sought after.
形容词，热门的、广受欢迎的。
The National Taipei University of Business is one of the most sought-after universities in Taiwan.
国立台北商业大学是台湾最受欢迎的大学之一。Seek， 它的过去式呢叫 sought，see sought。
Immersive. Immersive.
形容词，身临其境的。
An immersive experience technology allows us to do virtual travelings.
身临其境的体验技术，让我们可以做虚拟的旅行。
House. House.
动词，容纳。
It is difficult to house all the refugees and asylum seekers in Europe.
在欧洲很难安置所有的难民和寻求的庇护者。
Archive. Archive.
动词，封存。
This software is useful to archive and retrieve emails.
该软体呢，对于封存和检索电子邮件很有用。
Feature. Feature.
动词，以什么为特色？由什么主演？由谁主演？它的名词是当特性、特征。
The movie features Sandra Bullock as a frumpy, nervous, intelligent, liberal lawyer who specializes in historic preservation and environmental law.
这部电影呢，由 Sandra Bullock 饰演一位粗暴、古板的、紧张的、机智的一个自由派律师，专门研究历史保护和环境法。Frumpy 跟 nervous、intelligent 这几个字呢都是形容词。Frumpy 是粗糙、古板的 ，nervous 的就是比较容易紧张的 ，intelligent 呢就是机智的。那上一个单元呢，我们还学到形容人的形容词，比如说 eccentric、indifferent、hostile。
Image. Image.
名词，形象。
I have an image of me in 5 years.
我可以想象5年后的我。
Psychiatric. Psychiatric.
形容词，精神病的。
One of the inmates has been transferred to a psychiatric hospital.
其中一名犯人已经被移转到精神病院。
Correspondence. Correspondence.
名词通信、联系。
All the correspondence between me and the princess should have been archived.
我和公主之间的所有往返信件都应该被存档封存。A war correspondence. 战地记者。
Revolver. Revolver.
名词左轮手枪。
A revolver is registered under the name of the murderer.
这把左轮手枪是用凶手的名字登记的。
Delusion. Delusion.
名词幻想、错觉。
He's still under the delusion that he will be the new king.
他仍在幻想自己将成为新国王。
Legacy. Legacy.
名词遗产、遗爱或是历史的遗产。
A wise man once said, "The legacy of successful leaders live on through the people they touch along the way."
一位智者曾经说过，成功的领导者的遗爱透过他们一路上提拔、照顾的人而得以延续。
Privileged. Privileged.
形容词享有特权的。
Shareholders have privileged access to the meetings.
股东享有参加会议的特权。好，谢谢 Fred 老师。课文的第一段呢，提到有关位于阿姆斯特丹南部的梵谷博物馆 （Van Gogh Museum） 致力于纪念 Vincent Van Gogh 及当代的艺术家的作品。这个博物馆呢，和其他的博物馆一起位于阿姆斯特丹的南边。Teacher Fred will read the first paragraph, please.
Vincent Willem van Gogh is a Dutch post-impressionist painter who was among the most famous and influential figures in the history of Western art. The Van Gogh Museum is a Dutch art museum dedicated to the works of Vincent van Gogh and his contemporaries. The museum is situated in Amsterdam, south among other museums. The museum has been there since 1973. The museum boasts its largest collection of Van Gogh's painting and drawings in the world. According to Wikipedia, there were 2.3 million visitors and was the most sought-after museum in the Netherlands. In 2019, the Van Gogh Museum launched the Meet Vincent van Gogh Experience, a technology-driven, immersive exhibition on Van Gogh's life and works, which has toured globally.
Vincent Willem van Gogh is a Dutch post-impressionist painter who was among the most famous and influential figures in the history of Western art. 这个 Van Gogh 呢是荷兰后印象派画家，他曾经是西方艺术史上最有名的、最有影响力的人物之一。The Van Gogh Museum is a Dutch art museum dedicated to the works of Vincent van Gogh and his contemporaries. 这个梵谷博物馆是一家荷兰艺术博物馆，它致力于纪念 Vincent van Gogh 跟当时的当代艺术家的作品。The Van Gogh Museum is a Dutch art museum which is dedicated to the works of Vincent van Gogh and his contemporaries. 致力于献出时间或是精力奉献，好，或是你可以说一本书要献给谁，我们也可以说 dedicated。好 ，to dedicate oneself to something, to devote oneself to something， 好，就致力于什么，好，和献出奉献，做出奉献的意思。The book is dedicated to Shelley, Vivian, and my beloved daughters. 这本书呢是献给 Shelley、Vivian 和我心爱的女儿们。The museum is situated in Amsterdam South, among other museums. 该博物馆呢和其他的博物馆一起位于阿姆斯特丹南边。The museum has been there since 1973. 博物馆呢从1973年以来一直都在那边。The museum boasts its largest collections of Van Gogh's paintings and drawings in the world. 博物馆呢，它拥有世界上最大的梵谷绘画作品。第13单元我们补充过以下 boast 的解释。boast 的意思呢，就是 to have or possess something to be proud of。好， 拥有值得夸耀的。比如说例句，Situated in the United States, New Orleans boasts great music and excellent restaurants. 位于美国的 New Orleans 呢，拥有出色的音乐和一流的餐厅。According to Wikipedia, there were 2.3 million visitors and was the most sought-after museum in the Netherlands. 根据维基百科，它是荷兰最受欢迎的博物馆，已经有230万造访的人次。In 2019, the Van Gogh Museum launched the Meet Vincent Van Gogh Experience, a technology-driven immersive exhibitions on Van Gogh's life and works, which has toured globally. A technology-driven 的意思呢，就是以科技取向的。在2019年，梵谷博物馆推出了遇见 Vincent Van Gogh 体验展，这是一个以科技取向的沉浸式的一个展览呈现。它的内容呢，包括梵谷的生活和他的作品。那这个展览呢，已经在全球循环展出过了。第二段呢，谈到博物馆的收藏。Teacher Fred will read the paragraph, please.
The museum houses the largest Van Gogh collection in the world with 200 paintings, 400 drawings, and 700 letters by the artist. The main exhibition archives the various phases of Van Gogh's artistic life. Among works by Van Gogh, The Potato Eaters, 1885, The Yellow House, 1888, Self-Portrait, 1888, Sunflowers, 1889, and Almond Blossoms, 1890, are paintings known by thousands and thousands of people.
The museum houses the largest Van Gogh collection in the world with 200 paintings, 400 drawings, and 700 letters by the artist. 该博物馆呢，收藏的世界上最大的梵谷藏品，其中呢有200幅的绘画、400幅的素描和700幅的艺术家的信件。The main exhibition archives the various phases of Van Gogh's artistic life. 这主要的展览呢，记录的Van Gogh 艺术生涯的各个阶段 ，phases 就是阶段啊。Among works by Vincent Van Gogh, The Potato Eaters, The Yellow House, Self-Portrait, Sunflowers, and Almond Blossom are paintings known by the thousands and thousands of people. 在 Vincent Van Gogh 的作品里面呢，这个吃马铃薯的人，还有房子。还有他的自画像、向日葵和杏仁花，这几幅画呢是成千上万的人所熟知的画作。我们来看看维基百科和梵谷博物馆对以上几幅画的解说。The Potato Eaters， 我们请菲尔老师帮我们念他的叙述。
He painted the 5 figures in earth colors, something like the color of a really dusty potato. The message of the painting was more important to Van Gogh than correct autonomy or technical perfection. He was very pleased with the result. Yet his painting drew considerable criticism because its colors were so dark and the figures full of mistakes. Nowadays, The Potato Eaters is one of Van Gogh's most famous work. They have tilled the earth themselves with these hands they were putting in the dish, that they have thus honestly earned their food.
好，这段话是说呢，他用大地色画了5个人物，有点像沾着土的这些马铃薯的颜色。这幅画呢，传达的讯息呢，对梵谷而言呢，比正确的解剖结构或技术上的完美更重要。他对画的效果感到非常的满意，但是他的画受到相当多的批评，因为它的颜色是这么的暗，而且人物的画法呢充满错误。如今呢，这个 Potato Eaters 这幅画呢，是梵谷最著名的画作之一。画家呢自己说，这吃马铃薯的人用他们同一双手在土地上工作的这一双手呢，从盘子里面抓起他们的食物，那他们诚实的自食其力。好，我们来看看The Yellow House.
Soon after moving into the Yellow House, he sent Theo a description and sketch. This is huge. These yellow houses are in the sun, and then the blue is unparalleled in freshness. Vincent had finally found a place at the Yellow House where he could not only paint, but also have his friends come to stay. His plan was to turn the Yellow Corner building into an artist's house, where like-minded painters could live and work together.
好，这段话是说，这搬进这个 Yellow House 不久呢，他给 Theo 就他的弟弟寄来了一幅描述和素描的画。那他说哦，这是一个巨大的这些黄色的房子呢，在阳光下，然后很蓝色无与伦比的这些新鲜度哈。这个 Vincent 呢，终于在房子找到了一个地方，在那个地方呢，他不仅可以绘画，而且还可以招待他的朋友们。他的计划呢是将这一栋的黄色的角落建筑变成艺术家的房子，让志趣相投的画家呢可以在这里生活和工作。好，我们看一下他的那个自画像。
Some people think this painting feels modern. Van Gogh used colors that no artist ever used before. He used brush strokes, his line of use, to create the architecture of the face.
好，有人认为这一幅画呢很现代。那梵谷使用以前艺术家没有用过的颜色，他用笔触这个使用线条来勾勒他脸部的结构。好，我们看看向日葵。
The sunflower paintings had a special significance for Van Gogh. They communicated gratitude. He hung the painting in the room of his friend, the painter Paul Gauguin, who came to live with him for a while in the Yellow House. Gauguin was impressed by the sunflower, which he thought were completely Vincent.
向日葵这幅画对梵谷具有特殊的意义，他们传达了感激之情。他把画放在他的朋友画家高更的房间里，高更和他一起住在黄屋，住了一阵子。高更呢对向日葵这幅画呢印象深刻，他认为呢这幅画呢是完全是 Vincent 的 style。我们来看一看杏仁花 almond blossoms。
On January 31st, 1890, Theo wrote to Vincent of the birth of his son, whom he had named Vincent William van Gogh, who was extremely close to his younger brother. Immediately set about making him a painting of his favorite subject, blossoming branches, against a blue sky. The gift was meant to hang over the couple's bed. As a symbol of this new life, Vincent chose an almond tree, which blooms early in southern regions.
1890年1月31号 ，Theo 通知 Vincent， 他的儿子诞生了，他取名为 Vincent William。梵谷呢和他的弟弟非常的亲密，他立即着手画他最喜欢的题材——蓝天下盛开的树枝。礼物呢原本是要挂在这对夫妻的房间里，象征着新生活的开始。Vincent 呢选择了一棵杏仁树，那是杏仁树呢在南部地区开花开得比较早。好 ，OK， 我们来看看第三段。第三段谈到博物馆还展出了其他当代艺术家的非凡艺术品。Teacher Fred will read the third paragraph.
The museum also features extraordinary artwork by Van Gogh's contemporaries, such as Paul Gauguin, Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, and Auguste Rodin. The museum also holds wide-ranging expositions on various subjects from 19th century art history to hold the Meet Vincent van Gogh experience. The museum uses what is described as a 3D immersive exposition technology to tell the story of Van Gogh through the images of his works. The first Meet Vincent van Gogh experience exposition was held in Beijing in 2016, and it has been toured globally in Europe, Asia, North America since. Of course, the Meet Vincent van Gogh Experience exposition does not actually present original artworks, but using computer audio visible techniques to show the artist's life.
Thank you. The museum also features extraordinary artworks by Van Gogh's contemporaries such as Paul Gauguin, Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, and Auguste Rodin. 博物馆呢还展出了梵谷，还有 Paul Gauguin， 还有 Manet， 还有 Monet， 还有 罗丹的等当代艺术家的非凡艺术品。The museum also holds wide-ranging exhibitions on various subjects from 19th century art history. 这博物馆呢，还举办了有关19世纪艺术史上包含了各种主题的一个展览。To hold the Meet Vincent van Gogh experience, the museum uses what is described as a 3D immersive exhibition technology to tell the story of Van Gogh through the images of his works. 为了举办 Vincent van Gogh Experience 呢，这个博物馆使用所谓的3D 沉浸式的一个呈现技术，来透过他的作品呈现叙述梵谷的故事。The first Meet Vincent van Gogh Experience exhibition was held in Beijing in 2016, and it has been toured globally in Europe, Asia, and North America since. 2016年呢，首届的这个遇见 Vincent van Gogh 体验展在北京举行。此后呢，在欧洲啦、亚洲和北美啦，也进行了全球的巡回演出。Of course, the Meet Vincent van Gogh Experience exhibition does not actually present original artworks, but uses computer audiovisual techniques to show the artist's life. 当然呢，这个遇见 Vincent van Gogh 体验展呢，实际上并没有真正的展示实体的艺术品，而是使用电脑的视听技术来展现艺术家的生活。第4段呢，谈到梵谷他悲剧性的一生。Right, let's take a look at the last paragraph. Teacher Fred, please read the last paragraph. Thank you.
The life of Vincent William van Gogh has never been easy. Adding to his mental instability, he neglected his physical health as well. He didn't eat properly and he drank heavily. His friendship with Gauguin ended after he cut off part of his own left ear. He spent time in various psychiatric hospitals. Van Gogh was unsuccessful during his lifetime and he was considered an epic failure. It was his younger brother Theo who supported him financially, and the two kept a long correspondence by letter. With a revolver, Van Gogh committed suicide at the age of 37 after years of suffering from depression, delusions, mental illness, and poverty. Today, Van Gogh's works are among the world's most expensive paintings to have ever sold, and his legacy is privileged by a museum devoted to him, the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Thank you. The life of Vincent Willem van Gogh has never been easy. 这个 Vincent van Gogh 的一辈子的生活呢，从来都不轻松。Adding to his mental instability, he neglected his physical health as well. 除了精神不稳定以外呢，他还忽略了他自己的健康状态。He didn't eat properly, and he drank heavily. 他吃得不好，而且他酗酒。His friendship with Gauguin ended after he cut off part of his own left ear. 他割掉了自己左耳的一部分耳朵以外呢，他跟那个 Gauguin 的友谊呢也就结束了。He spent time in various psychiatric hospitals. 他在各种的精神病院待过。Van Gogh was unsuccessful during his lifetime, and he was considered an epic failure. 梵谷呢生前呢并未成名，他被认为是史诗般的失败。It was his younger brother Theo who supported him financially, and the two kept a long correspondence by letter. 是他的弟弟 Theo 在经济上支持了他，两个人呢长期透过信件往来保持联络。It was his younger brother Theo. 这句话呢是强调是他的弟弟哦，不是别人。所以 it was his younger brother Theo who supported him financially. 限定子句修饰说明前面的名词。With a revolver, Van Gogh committed suicide at the age of 37 after years of suffering from depression, delusion, mental illness, and poverty. 梵谷呢拿着左轮手枪，在经历了数年的抑郁、妄想、 精神疾病和贫困以后呢，他就自杀了，享年37岁。我们来看看这个自杀的几个用法哈。A suicide attempt 就是自杀未遂，好，他只是试图自杀，他没有真的自杀死亡哈。To attempt suicide 就是企图自杀，也还没有死哦。但是你如果 to commit suicide 呢，那就是真的自杀了，而且也死亡了。Today, Van Gogh's works are among the world's most expensive paintings to have ever sold, and his legacy is privileged by a museum devoted to him, the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. 如今呢，这个梵谷的作品呢，已经成为世界上有史以来最昂贵的画作之一。能够专门保管梵谷的艺术遗骸，是阿姆斯特丹梵谷博物馆的特权和殊荣。好，这一课呢，我们上到这边，你们有没有像老师一样对梵谷由衷的敬重和心疼呢？好的，我们来看看这一课的文法。这一课的文法呢是在讲最高级。We use the with superlatives, adjectives in front of noun, but we can omit the after a linking verb. 我们在名词之前呢会使用 the 和最高级的形容词，但是呢在连缀动词后呢我们会省略 the。我们来看几个例句。
It was the saddest day of his life. It was one of the most important paintings in the world. He was happiest when his brother came visit him.
好 ，When most is used without the, it often means almost like very. 如果在没有 the 的情况下使用 most 呢，通常呢会意味着有 very 的意思。我们来看下面几个例句。
The novel is most fascinating.
这部小说呢最令人着迷。
I agree most supportively.
非常的支持。
Located in Newcastle, UK, the Angel of the North is scuffer than most public art.
北方的天使这座雕像位于英国的 Newcastle， 它比大多数公共艺术都要更邋遢。好，我们看看 Exercise 1 Complete the following sentences using comparatives or superlatives. 我们用最高级或是用比较级来完成下面的练习。
Jane would ask Peter when she knew him better.
Jane 呢会等更了解 Peter 的时候呢再问他。
My sister sat near the furthest corner near the window.
我姐姐呢坐在窗户附近最远的角落。
Janet's eldest daughter couldn't come and visit her this weekend.
Janet 的长女呢这个周末无法来看望她。
Jack's worst mistake cost him a leg and an arm.
Jack 最严重的错误呢，让他损失惨重。
Donald's narrowest escape was the time when he broke into the school's archive room.
Donald 最临危脱逃的经验是在他闯入学校档案室的那一次。好，这一课呢，我们探讨了梵谷博物馆。我希望同学喜欢这一课。那这一课呢，我们就上到这边。我们感谢 Fred 老师，谢谢。
谢谢。
我们下次见。